Hey, you guys, it's the day before Christmas. Dragon, I see you. How are you? It's the day before Christmas. And for some of you across the pond, it's already Christmas. So I'm going to say Merry Christmas to you guys. I actually am going to do a quick stream right now because I still got to go out and get some Christmas presents. For those of you that do follow me, y'all know that every year is so hard for me during the holidays. But I got through Thanksgiving and I will get through Christmas, I hope. So that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And for the galaxies that may catch this, I got you guys with the commentary. We'll be celebrating 4 years, and I will make commentary for that. Okay. Everything got shared for educational phrase purposes only. Now, why didn't y'all tell me? I didn't share JD Vance speaking at TPUSA. Everything is just for educational phrase purposes only, just to bring awareness, all right, and spark a conversation. And I'm going to get out of here. So let's go. You will get through this. When crack news, it's always hard, but I got you guys. We'll talk maybe, I don't know, what I'm feeling a little bit better. But the holidays are always hard. I got to go out right now and buy some gifts. It's raining outside. And I haven't bought one present, but I'm going to do it after the stream. Okay. Let's go. Let me find it first. How are you doing, Wincrack? Let's watch. I think. All right.
Fest is back underway as we are waiting to hear from Vice President JD Vance.
No, this was interesting.
As
and load
in.
Okay. Hang on.
JD Vance lifts the American dream. Ohio, a small town where people spoke their minds, built with their hands, and loved their God, their family, their community, and their country with their whole hearts. But it was us. I called her Mamaw, the name we hillbillies gave to our grandmothers. Thanks to that Mamaw, thanks to 9/11, I did what thousands of other young men my age did. I enlisted in the United States Marines.
My computer is glitching because it's raining outside. My internet isn't acting right, so let me know if y'all can hear it.
From Iraq to Afghanistan, from the financial crisis to the Great Recession, from open borders to stagnating wages, the people who govern this country have failed and failed again. That is, of course, until a guy named Donald J. Trump came along. President Trump represents America's last best hope to restore what, if lost, may never be found again. A country where a working-class boy born far from the halls of power can stand on this stage as the next vice president of the United States of America. For Charlie, we will speak the truth every single day. For Charlie, we will rebuild this United States of America to greatness. We will never cower, even when staring down the barrel of a gun. For Charlie, we will remember that it is better to stand on our feet defending the United States of America and defending the truth than it is to die on our knees. May our Heavenly Father give us the courage to live as Charlie lived. That is what we must do for Charlie.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Vice President JD Vance.
This is loaded. I'm probably gonna wait till the end to give my commentary. You guys, JD Vance for 2028.
The music going up and down. We want to, of course, make sure we're not playing music that we're not licensed to play. But as you can see, JD Vance walking up to start his speech.
Oh, good. I'm glad they cut off the music so I can stay monetized. You guys double tap the screen, please. Like the stream. It's hard to make Yeah, go ahead and hit that like button, please. Merry Christmas, Salty.
Wow. How's it going, Phoenix?
Hey, Vince, I see you.
It's so good to be here with you all on this amazing day to close out an amazing AmFest 2025. What an amazing crowd all of you are, and I have to admit, today solved one of the great insecurities that I had. Because as I've watched Nicki Minaj come out and declare her support for the truth, for courage, and for wisdom, I've had this little nagging voice in the back of my head wondering whether she thinks I look like the JD Vance meme. And it turns out, and I confirmed when she walked down the steps, Nicki Minaj actually knows what I really look like. And that is the best tribute that I could possibly imagine. I have to start off with a note of gratitude. Erica, I cannot thank you enough for your strength, your grace, and your kind words of support for this administration and for me personally. You lead an incredible movement at Turning Point, and I will fight alongside you and President Trump and every patriot in this room to defend the country that we so dearly love.
Before we get started with this speech, which is great, it's a great speech. We have any Trump supporters in the chat? Press 1. Let me know if we have any Republicans in the chat.
And when I say that I'm going to fight alongside of you, I mean all of you, each and every one. President Trump did not build the greatest coalition in politics by running his supporters through endless, self-defeating purity tests. He says, make America great again because every American is invited. We don't care if you're white or black, rich or poor, young or old, rural or urban, controversial or a little bit boring, or somewhere in between. People of every faith come to our banner because they know that the America First movement will make their lives better, and they also know that the Democrats don't care about anything other than maybe transing their kids. So if you love America, if you want all of us to be richer, stronger, safer, and prouder, you have a home on this team. I didn't bring a list of conservatives to denounce or to deplatform, and I don't really care if some people out there, I'm sure we'll have the fake news media, denounce me after this speech. But let me just say, the best way to honor Charlie is that none of us here should be doing something after Charlie's death that he himself refused to do in life. He invited all of us here.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. All right, we still feel that death heavily.
Charlie invited all of us here for a reason, because he believed that each of us, all of us, had something worth saying, and he trusted all of you to make your own judgment. And we have far more important work to do than canceling each other. We have got to build, and President Donald Trump is a builder.
No, it doesn't, One Love. Doesn't mean you support.
We're building a better country right now. And you have a rightful place in the success of your nation and the success of this movement. And we build by adding, by growing, not by tearing down. Charlie Kirk was a great builder too. He understood that any family can have its disagreements, its tough conversations. We can learn and improve and treat one another better. We can love each other despite the disagreement. But winning demands teamwork. And I am honored to be on Turning Point's team. I'm honored to be on your team, and I will stay that way. There's still so much important work to do, my friends. We're barely a year into this administration, not even a year into the administration. But I'm so proud of the accomplishments of the president and the entire administration. In just a year, we ended Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's border crisis. December marks 7 months straight of zero releases at the southern border. More than 2.5 million illegal immigrants have left the United States, the first time in over 50 years that we have had negative net migration, and it's just the start.
Tom Holman is doing an amazing job.
When you restore sanity at the border, it shows up everywhere else. Rent prices are dropping 4 months in a row, and more native-born Americans are working than ever before. Kamala Harris opened the border and destroyed the economy. The Trump administration gave you net negative migration and much more job creation. Real wages are finally growing. Inflation is half of what it was under Democrats. Gas prices are their lowest in years. And we have finally made it clear that in the United States, we believe in hard work and merit. Unlike the left, we stand against treating anybody, and I love what Nikki said about this. We don't treat anybody different because of their race or their sex. So we have relegated DEI to the dustbin of history, which is exactly where it belongs.
Do you guys agree with the relegation of DEI, or do you think that DEI practices were harmful to this country?
In the United States of America, you don't have to apologize for being white anymore. And if you're an Asian, you don't have to talk.
This is loaded. White people in my chat, do y'all feel like you have to apologize for being white? I'm telling you, the speech is so good.
Talk around your skin color when you're applying for college, because we judge people based on who they are, not on ethnicity and things they can't control. We don't persecute you for being male, for being straight, for being gay, for being anything. The only thing that we demand is that you be a great American patriot, and if you're that, you're very much on our team. Just consider the contrast. Kamala Harris used the government to censor you. We're using in the Trump administration the government to protect your free speech, whether it's on college campuses or in the digital marketplace of ideas. Today, our military is welcoming patriots instead of firing them for refusing to accept an unlawful vaccine mandate. And to honor Charlie, but also to honor all of you, we're working to end the scourge of left-wing violence in the United States of America. We're going after the far-left crime networks, but we're also going after the monsters that fund them. We don't just want to go after the Antifa member who threw a brick at an ICE agent. We want to know who bought the brick, and we're going to prosecute them too.
Don't spam my chat with the same comment. They get you blocked.
We're making America healthy again with our great HHS Secretary, Bobby Kennedy. We're bringing drug prices down and purging our food supply of the poison that had built up over a generation.
I'll be right back.
But my friends, there is so much more to be done. And the people saying we need to be doing more, we need to be doing it faster, trust me, I hear you. Greatness awaits every single one of you in the America First movement we are building together, but we need your help to get there. Do you want more prosecutions? Great. So do we. Donald Trump and I have a list of better judges and prosecutors to enact swifter justice. So join us in the fight against the stupid Senate rules to stand in their way. Do you want faster deportations? So go to ice.gov/join, because we're building an army of patriots and we need good people who care about the country to help us secure the border and do it even faster. Do you want rents to keep dropping and wages to keep rising as they have over the last few months? Then mobilize with us. Don't hand power back to the people who tanked the economy in the first place. Join the America First movement and you will always have a place on our great team. Next month will be the official one-year anniversary of the Trump administration, and I am damn proud of our record so far.
Oh, that's right. January 20th. It's coming up. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, you comfortable. Yeah.
Now, the Democrats are already talking about 2028, and it looks like they're going to nominate a California liberal who's presided over rolling blackouts, open borders, and unchecked violent gangs. They're just trying to settle on whether it's going to be Gavin Newsom or Kamala Harris.
Please don't be Gavin Newsom. Oh, you don't want mercy.
And in the meantime, what are the Democrats offering you in the meantime? I got to say, ladies and gentlemen, they are not sending their best. Omar Fateh was Ilhan Omar's candidate for mayor of Mogadishu. Minneapolis. Little Freudian slip there. The candidate for Senate in Maine for the Democrats calls me a Nazi, which is rich coming from a guy who literally has a Nazi tattoo on his chest. And Jasmine Crockett. Oh, Jasmine Crockett.
You guys, I do not love it. How do you feel about Jasmine Crockett? I can't.
The record speaks for itself. She wants to be a senator, though her street girl persona is about as real as her nails.
Some people feels that he wanted to say something else, like about her hair or whatever. I don't get it.
But ask yourself, what do all of these people have in common? And the unfortunate answer is they are puppets. They don't actually matter. They are cogs in a machine that wants to make you poorer, that wants to make you less powerful, and wants to make you less safe in the country your ancestors built. And while President Trump and I are doing everything we can to break that machine, the left is still there, my friends, and they are still very powerful. Don't delude yourselves. It's the activist groups who want to poison your kids with hormone replacement therapy and toxins in your water supply. It's the corporate boardrooms pushing diversity quotas while whining about the fact that Donald Trump won't let them ship American jobs overseas anymore, and boo-hoo to that. It's the rogue district judges who issued nationwide injunctions every time the president lifts a finger. It's the Soros DAs who cheered on as their cities burned. What unites them? They win when our country loses. They get rich when you get poorer. They hire the illegals that they bring in to take your jobs. They drink fine wine in the countries they ship your jobs to. They censor you because they'd rather destroy the Constitution than risk losing an argument. They bring in millions of voters because they know they can't win the argument with the people who are already here. And you know what else unites them? We're going to kick their ass next November and every year after that.
Right, Paul. All of this, there's 57 or 63 genders. It's just weird to me. 2 genders. But you're canceled if you say stuff like that.
Part of the American dream is the idea that we're all, every single one of us, on the same team. We're all part of the same American family. If you want to destroy that, do what Democrats have done, not just for the last 5 years, but for the last 30 or 40. Make one race the enemy of another. Make one gender the enemy of the other. Make Americans suspect and despise each other instead of loving their shared country. When I think about some of the most impassioned debates happening in our country, the nature of citizenship, of what it means to be an American, it all speaks to an obvious truth. Americans are hungry for identity. We're hungry for belonging. We're hungry for a sense of our place in the world. And it's no surprise why. For many years, our fellow Americans have been dealing with a globalized economy that homogenized cultures and hollowed out our towns. Academics and activists pushing race and gender politics down everyone's throat 24/7. Big tech overlords using their internet platforms to censor stories that challenge the dominant far-left narrative in our country. More than any time I can recount, people are talking about American identity and figuring out what it is that unites us. But I want to say something here. The only thing that is truly served as an anchor of the United States of America is that we have been, and by the grace of God, we always will be, a Christian nation.
I think that's what makes us special. Rethinker, hey, Merry Christmas. You're not staying? Okay. Love you anyway.
Now, I want to be explicit because, of course, the fake news media will twist everything that I say. I'm not saying... Do you feel about them the same way I do? I'm not saying you have to be a Christian to be an American. I'm saying something simpler and truer. Christianity is America's creed. The shared moral language from the Revolution to the Civil War and beyond. Across that history, our country's major debates have always centered on how we could best as a people please God. That creed, think about it. That creed motivated our understanding of natural law and rights, our sense of duty to one's neighbor, the conviction that the strong must protect the weak, and the belief in individual conscience. Even our famously American idea of religious liberty is a Christian concept. Because we're all creatures of God, we must respect each individual's pathway to that God. But over the last 50 years, there has been a singular focus, a war that has been waged on Christians and Christianity in the United States of America. And let me say, of all the wars that Donald Trump has ended, that is the one we're proudest of. For decades, the left has labored to push Christianity out of national life. They've kicked it out of the schools, out of the workplace, out of the fundamental parts of the public square. Freedom of religion transformed into freedom from religion. And in a public square devoid of God, we got a vacuum.
Hey,
and the ideas that filled that void preyed on the very worst of human nature rather than uplifting it. They told us not that we were children of God, but children of this or that identity group. They replaced God's beautiful design for the family that men and women could rely on and turn to one another, with the idea that men could turn into women so long as they brought the right bunch of pills from Big Pharma. They had all the religious fervor of a zealous convert without any of the grace or forgiveness of a true Christian. Scripture tells us, by your fruits ye shall know them. And we might ask, what are the fruits of these people and their principles? And the answer is a man named Tyler Robinson who killed my friend.
And people are calling Tyler Robinson a hero. Luigi Mangione, heroes. And I think that's so disgraceful.
Think about it. He is everything that the far left want from our young men. He rejected the conservatism and the spirituality, the values of a small town family. He moved into a small apartment. He became addicted to porn. He became addicted to hate. And he ended up sleeping with somebody who doesn't know whether they're a man or a woman. That is the nightmare scenario, but that is the scenario that the left has actively advertised they want for American families. And the young men in the audience in particular. That is exactly why we have to fight them. Because the fruits of true Christianity are men like Charlie Kirk.
Look how many people Charlie Kirk brought together.
The fruits of true Christianity are good husbands, patient fathers, builders of great things, and slayers of dragons. And yes, men who are willing to die for a principle if that's what God asks them to do. Because so many of us recognize that it is better to die a patriot than live a coward. I'm going to tell you something I haven't talked about publicly before, but in the days after Charlie's death, I struggled a great deal. I'm sure many of you did too.
Yeah.
I remember watching every video of the assassination, looking for clues, trying to understand what happened. I try to hide my friend and that terrible bullet hitting him, but I would try to look around. I stayed up all night for many nights in a row, researching every conspiracy theory, going down every rabbit hole. When my lovely wife, Usha, told me to come to bed, I told her I owed it to Charlie to try to uncover every stone, and so that's what I tried to do. I remember I was consumed by this fear that Charlie's death wouldn't just deprive a family of their husband or of a good father, but that it would deny our movement of a great unifier of people and a great doer of great deeds. It's the only time I can remember my wife ever telling me that she was really worried about me. She told me it many times. But what saved me was not lying to myself, but accepting the reality of the fight that we're in. Charlie's death was an immense loss, an irreplaceable loss. We got kicked in the teeth, my friends, and there's no sugarcoating it or pretending that it didn't happen. We need to accept that. And what saved me was realizing that the story of the Christian faith, like the story of these United States of America, is one of immense loss followed by even bigger victory. It's a story. It's a story of very dark nights followed by very bright dawns. What saved me was remembering the inherent goodness of God and that His grace overflows when we least expect it. Not long ago, I spent time at a Christian men's ministry just a couple of weeks ago. And here's what they do. They take men who struggle with addiction or homelessness and they help them get back on their feet. They feed them, they clothe them, they give them shelter and financial advice. They live out the very best part of Christ's commission. Now afterwards, I had lunch with 4 of these men. It was a couple of white guys, a Hispanic guy, and a black man. They had all struggled in their unique ways. Some had lost contact with their family, some of them for a very long time. Others were desperate to rebuild relationships with their kids.
I can't keep up with the comments in the chat, so I'm not about to try. If you spam my chat, I'm going to block you. Don't spam my chat, okay, with the same thing. And leave the Epstein files alone. I'm not interested right now.
So that they could see them on Christmas. But all of them were back on their feet. And what saved them? It wasn't racial commonality or grievance. It wasn't some philosophical jargon. It wasn't a DEI prep course, and it wasn't a welfare check. It was the fact that a carpenter died 2,000 years ago and changed the world in the process. If you go to almost any food pantry in this country, you will find Christians feeding the poor. If you go to addicts whose families won't even speak to them, like my mom was at a certain point of her life, it's often the Christian ministries that stay with them at their very lowest moments. You'll find Christians sitting patiently beside hospice beds and in recovery rooms and in all the places of the world where people have given up on other people. And this is the moral truth we strive to center in our work in the Trump administration and in this great movement of ours. A true Christian politics, it cannot just be about the protection of the unborn or the promotion of the family, as important as those things absolutely are. It must be at the heart of our full understanding of government.
Thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift, Matt Haddon. And I see you guys, y'all super chats are coming in. Thank you guys so much for supporting my commentary. Thank you.
Why do we penalize corporations that ship American jobs overseas? Because we believe in the inherent dignity of human work and every person who works a good job in this country. Why have we worked without the help of Congress to restrict H-1B visas, for example? Because we believe it is wrong for companies to bypass American labor just to go for cheaper options in the third world. We help older Americans in retirement, including by ending taxes on Social Security, because we believe in honoring your father and mother rather than shipping all of their money off to Ukraine. We believe in taking care of the poor, which is why we have Medicaid, so that the least among us can afford their prescriptions or to take their kids to see a doctor. And it's why we are outraged at the injustice of Tim Walz allowing Somalian immigrants to defraud that program to the tune of billions of dollars. It ought to go to Americans, because that's who it's there for. Now, I want to close, my friends, but I know, I have heard you. I know that some of you are impatient at the pace of progress, and my response to that is good. Be impatient. Use that desire for justice for your country as fuel to get involved in this movement in a bigger and better and more powerful way. I know some of you are discouraged by the infighting over any number of issues. Don't be discouraged. Wouldn't you rather lead a movement of free thinkers who sometimes disagree than a bunch of drones who take their orders from George Soros? And I know many of you miss our dear friend Charlie Kirk. So do I. I miss his optimism. I miss his energy. I miss the phone calls where we'd strategize about how to get this or that GOP congressman to get off their ass and do something. But most of all, I miss Charlie's wisdom. I miss his reminder that politics is not a dress rehearsal or a game. We are making decisions that will save our country and give the American people a shot at their dreams again. If you miss Charlie Kirk, do you promise to fight what he died for? Do you promise to take the country back from the people who took his life? Do you promise to help defeat the radicals who cheered his death? Do you promise to honor his memory by having faith in the God he loved? My friends, commit to these things, and I promise you victory. I promise you closed borders and safe communities. I promise you good jobs and a dignified life. Only God can promise you salvation in heaven, but together we can fulfill the promise of the greatest nation in the history of the earth. Merry Christmas, my friends. Let's keep fighting.
Did I miss the ending? God, I don't know what happened right now. Thank God. All right. I missed the last part of that.
All right, there you have Vice President J.D. Vance speaking at Turning Point USA. That is AmFest, and today is the last day. The main speaker here was J.D. Vance to kind of wrap it all up. Right before that, we did hear from Erica Kirk, the wife of Charlie Kirk, alongside Nicki Minaj, who has become very vocal when it comes to different situations on the conservative side. So we did.
Okay. So you guys, I have to break down the rest. Do you guys want to watch? Not right now, but do you guys want to watch the rest of these speeches? They were really good. If you missed it, wait, let me find y'all. Let me find you guys. I'm just mine sitting on my hands. If you missed it, then I will break it down for you, but I got to go shop. Free Thinker, you was mine in the chat. Thank you so much. You guys, look at, I got my gifts that came in from some of my supporters. I appreciate you guys. Y'all want me to break down the rest of these? Okay. I guess it's important to have, don't talk about my thickness, Michael. Shut up. Be respectful. I got gifts that came in from some people. Thank you. Jonathan, yes, I gotta go Christmas shopping. Let me read a few of y'all comments. Y'all want me to see it? Just throw it in the chat right now. The next GOP. Nick Frentis. Who's talking about Nick? Stay on subject. Go get your kids some gifts. Yeah, I haven't bought any gifts, you guys. I haven't bought any gifts. Now, let me tell you guys something. I don't play these videos to cause division. I play these videos so that we can have conversation, that we can understand. I think that there's a lot of lies, a lot of misconceptions about the Republican Party and the right. And so I like to show people what the party really stands for. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with me. J.D. Vance. Now, some of you don't like what he said about Jasmine Crockett, but I don't know. She wants to be a senator. She's not happy with the House. I'm going to hold my opinions. J.D. Vance for 2028. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Yeah, just remove the comments or time them out, you guys. Y'all, I'm a thick girl. Which one to do? The difference between a conspiracy theorist and truth is 6 weeks. No victim speeches. Actions speak louder than words. I don't feel like there are Free Thinker, I missed you. I don't think no victims, but no victims. But I saw y'all comments in my chat calling it a cult, using words that, I mean, no. Turning Point USA is happening. I'm just showing you guys what's going on. Nicki Minaj. I played you guys Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj said that she supports JD Vance and Donald Trump. I was really shocked. And all people did, I was really shocked. I'm proud of Nicki. I feel that Nicki Minaj has evolved. I feel that she has a great platform, she has a big voice. And the fact that they're reaching younger people, trying to teach them that, hey, you know what? It's okay to be traditional. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay. I don't care if you're white, black, or Asian. It's okay. And your voice should be heard. And it's important to speak to young voters, people that are in college. I'm sorry, I'm missing y'all comments. People that are college ages, because, thank you, Leon, because they're our future. And the fact that you can't be a Charlie Kirk, I didn't say I agree with everything that Charlie Kirk has said or done. But what I do agree is his right to say it. We have the right to speak our minds, and it doesn't have to be the popular opinion. And let me tell you something. Some of the things that he said, like not having men in women's sports, I agree with. I agree with it. I'm not going to get into DEI right now because I don't have the time to read all your comments. But One Love, who's bought and paid for? Let me just read your comments. I'm gonna get out of the chat. Nikki is just doing it for PR. Please see that. First off, I appreciate you for being respectful. I can't necessarily say I agree with you because, like Nikki said, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay. And the Republican Party supports change. The Republican Party supports people, coming into themselves and making a difference and pulling themselves up. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Tell me quando about what? I'm all for it. So are you okay with them starving children? And what child is starving in what child is starving in Vest? Please tell me who's starving. Yes, there are hungry people in the United States, and if I could feed them all, I would. But that's not what we're talking about, so I don't understand your concept. Please don't spam my chat with the same word. That would get you blocked. There are traditional Christ-following Americans in all political parties. I agree with you, Freethinker. I have an issue with the us versus them conversation. It's divisive and it's destroying our country. I have an issue with it too, but my comment was in relation to some of the comments that I had in the chat. And I feel that a lot of times that people get together as Republicans, they like to call it a certain rally, the Triple K rally, and it's not. But when the left get together, you don't have people saying those kind of things. We accept it. We're just like, okay. I was at the No Kings protest right there screaming the same things that they were screaming. I can't remember it now, but I was right there. But when the right get together, they use a lot of hate words, and it's to demonize the Republican Party and to make it seem as if we're Satan worshipers, and we're not. We're not. So I do feel that I have to speak the truth about things so people can see that we're all for families. Protecting our borders. We want protected borders. We want America to be put first because other countries darn sure are going to put their people first. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. I heard white guilt put in the chat when JD Vance said it's okay to be white. It is okay to be white, and it's okay to be black. It's okay to be Asian. So there's a lot of things that JD Vance said that I agree with. I'm not for Gavin Newsom being the next president because I live in California and he tore California up. Dr. Manhattan, I'm not reading all these comments. How are you, MBA? America is losing because of me? How is America losing because of me? How? Can you explain it? Hold on, y'all. I'm definitely having a malfunction here with my wardrobe. Hold on. How is America losing because of me? Y'all, I got to go shopping. I can't spend all day with you guys, but we got a little bit of time. If people are for abortions, I'm pro-life. And not every Republican is pro-life. That's gonna go if they're Christian or not. Not every Republican is Christian. I'm not blind to that fact. I'm pro-life, and I believe that you're a human at the time of conception. So, but this isn't the conversation for that today. My eyes are open. What? This is the conversation that destroys us. We are the ones who are right and they are wrong. How are you getting that from my conversation? What I said is, I don't care if you're white, black, or whatever, Asian, Mexican, I don't care. I'm for American people. And that's anybody here in the United States. Doesn't mean I dislike you if you're from another country. That does not mean that. I'm just saying that we have issues within our own country that we have to work on. And these conversations are to unite us, not to tear us apart. I like Trump until he said they were eating the pets, and it became a meme. But there's so many other things like Donald Trump is doing the Trump accounts. Okay, Detour, have a Merry Christmas. He's doing Trump accounts for children next year. If you have a child under 10, that's going to be that's a big deal because we're talking about generational wealth, giving kids opportunities that they wouldn't have otherwise. That's when we're talking about kids and things like that. I do believe in protected borders because you can't have people coming here undocumented. These children are being trafficked and a lot of bad things are happening when that happens. You have to enter the country a certain way. Donald Trump definitely ran a stronger campaign and the American people voted for him overwhelmingly, and he's fulfilling his promises. I didn't say it was perfect, and I didn't even say if I was Republican or Democrat. That doesn't matter. Ugh. Trump jokes. Only the intelligent understand. Go girl, love you. Hey, Tim Baker, you guys double tap the screen. I appreciate y'all support. It is not easy to come and talk about things that are not popular. I can get out here. Y'all know where I live in California, a very liberal state, right? And people will just tell me, they come up to me and they apologize for the president. I stay very quiet because I know they're assuming that I'm Democrat. I haven't even said if I was Republican or Democrat, I don't think. And I just stay quiet. I stay very respectful and I hear them out. Let me button up my shirt. So where's my button? I hear them out, but a lot of things I just don't agree with. We spoke about DEI and all those things. I have to fire up a live stream. It probably won't be a vertical. It'll be a normal stream where I talk about DEI and all those kind of things because these things are loaded. I'm tired of the division in our country. We're one race, honestly. Race was meant to divide us and put us in classes. So I just see us all as Americans, not African American, not Mexican American. I just see us as American. Popular is usually dumb. She's following other sheep. Okay, you guys, let me get to your comments. But it's easier for me to use my phone for your comments. Okay. Here we go. Let me try. Let me see if I can keep up. Whoa, I can't. I can do this. Don't you mean AI? About what? Okay. They starved kids when they stopped all of the aid and food, mainly poor. Who stopped all the aid? Because I haven't seen any aid stopped. I haven't. What are you talking about? You talking about the government shutdown? That's right, Les Jones. He's destroyed California. You have to the way Melania did on. Oh Lord. Okay. Okay, Trump is doing a great job. One love. Donald Trump has a lot of pushback down to the point where they don't want to support ICE doing their jobs. They don't want to support our, I just feel like they rebel against Donald Trump no matter what he does. He can give everybody what they're asking for and they'll still find a reason not to like Donald Trump. I am so pleased that Nicki Minaj, another Black woman, spoke the truth about the Republican Party, spoke the truth about, J.D. Vance and Donald Trump. Charlie Kirk should not have lost his life the way that he did at the hands, allegedly, of Tyler Robinson. He's still entitled to a trial. So I have to say allegedly. And I'm still following the trial of Luigi Mangione. Okay. I am GOP. Follow laws. I'm in Fresno County. Oh, okay, Manhattan. No Trump. No. Oh, God, you guys, please don't put the triple K in my chat. Let me get rid of that. Fuentes doesn't pass legislation. Now, Nick Fuentes is not Charlie Kirk. Nick Fuentes is very extreme. I have not played any of his videos for you guys. Number one, because of the messages. And number two, because I don't want my channel to be demonetized because of Nick Fuentes. So maybe I'll make an upload where I can censor it, but that's another story for another day. Have a good Christmas, Jerome. All right, you guys, Trump isn't a fascist. You should try looking up the word I would love for you guys to throw that, to look up the word fascist. No, I'm nervous because it's raining outside, you guys. I have to get out here and go shopping. I will, if you guys want, I will come back with another part of the speech. Turning Point USA, I would love to go to one of their little rallies. I would love to be there and just give you guys live footage from there. Okay? More piano, less talk. Stop telling me what to do and stop putting stop putting Epstein in my chat. We're not talking about Epstein. We're not talking about Epstein. Don't y'all understand? Don't y'all understand this man lies about everything he promised you, this and does the whole 180. I don't believe any politician 100%, but I'm an action person and he has protected the borders. He sent troops into New Orleans and other places, DC, and the crime rate has dropped. So that's what I see. That's what I see. I live in California. I did a video where I stood by the border, right? I was there. Border Patrol looked the other way as people that did not look like they were trying to serve our country came in laughing. It was really a crazy sight. And if you haven't seen it for yourself, it's hard to explain. But it was definitely not something you'd see in any other country. And you have to have protected borders, okay? ACK574, yeah. Trump is for Waffle House. Okay, Trump is not racist. All right, you guys, let me go shopping. Think Trump lies like a rug. Biden didn't tell lies, David? And what did Donald Trump lie about? Can you tell me a lie? Your reaction is not Trump, meaning Trump speaks truth. Politicians are politicians. I do think that Donald Trump says a lot of things for shock value, but I'm not here to preach Donald Trump to you. I'm not here to tell you guys which way to think or not. That's why I mostly play clips and I don't really give my commentary on it because I'm not trying to persuade you. But I am going to say that there's a lot of lies told about the political right, and it's not a them versus us thing. I'm all for the truth. Again, it's much deeper than left versus right. We will stand before God one day, and each will be judged according to their works. God isn't going to take I'm a Republican Democrat as a ticket into heaven. Exactly. You guys have not named one lie that Donald Trump has told. I'm waiting. Hey, mister. You guys haven't named any lies. All I see is you guys call him orange. That's all. You know. You guys can't really say what he's lied about. Instead, you deflect on the Epstein trials. When the Epstein survivors said that Donald Trump was nice to them, that would have come out a long time ago. That would have came out during the Biden administration, don't you think? As he was running against Harris, those Epstein files of Donald Trump really had something, did something wrong, we would have heard about it a long time ago. So stop deflecting. Because that's pretty much what it is at this point. Protecting borders is one thing, but what ICE is doing is wrong. They're getting a lot of pushback. And when you're going against people that feel, there's apps to where you can Google where ICE is going to be to protect illegal immigrants. Are they going to fight for your rights like that? No. They have TikTok videos talking about Americans work. We're not a slave, and they're dumb. You can look it up on TikTok. It was called... I want to say migrant talk or something. I don't quote me on what it's called, but you can Google you can look at TikTok and see how they thought about Americans working as they were benefiting from our hard work. I don't feel that I did anything wrong. I think that if you enter this country wrong, you broke the law, and it doesn't matter how many years you got away with it. Leave no American behind. Be just. Speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. Take care of the truth. I agree with that. I 100% agree. I just want us to stop sending money to Israel. That's loaded, Leon. That's loaded. Eating the pets. I eat no damn pets. What's up with you? My 9-year-old boy says hello. Oh, hi, little 9-year-old. Hi, little Dr. Manhattan. Oh. I'm sure you're just as handsome as your daddy. Surely you're not saying that Donald Trump has never lied. Freethinker, I didn't say that. I said that Donald Trump says a lot of things for shock value. I don't feel that any politician is 100% honest. I think that they do what needs to be done for the betterment of the people. And sometimes the people can't always handle the truth. So I'm not going to say that he doesn't always, I'm not going to say that. Americans don't want to sweat. Don't show so much. What am I showing? I'm not showing anything. I'm a thick girl. Keep our money here, right, one love. 30,000, you counted them yourselves. I don't know what you're talking about there. That's how you know it is a coin. Oh, okay. Please play a little piano. Stop asking me to play the piano. He said he deport the worst, but the clearly extends. But PD, if they came a certain way, then we just got to follow the law. I can't even put you on timeout about this piano, but I'm tired of reading a comment. I hate to see you go, but you got to get out of here asking me about the piano. Trump doesn't need to lie. Trump outsmarts you. All right, you guys. I got to go shopping. I will be back later during Biden's. Wow, waffles. See? But people don't like to. Hey, kudos, Martin Swana. War is peace, MPA. But he did stop wars. But we can't control what other people do in their countries. But we can fight for peace. All right, you guys, let me get out of here. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I'm coming up on my hour. You guys have a Merry Christmas if I don't see you beforehand. And we'll talk later. Let me get my family situated, all right? Feel free to like, comment, and share. You don't have to subscribe to these streams, but feel free to leave me a comment under any video if you want me to respond to it, and I'll be out. Thank you for subscribing. Wait a minute. Where did I see that? Oh, Lord. You can unsubscribe. Bye, you guys. I get it, y'all. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jay. I'll be back later, you guys. I just speak the truth. It's never meant to divide. I love our country. I love you guys. Be safe. Thank you, Maj, for helping me out. And I didn't mean to leave that comment. Don't tell me what to do or where or whatever. We get it. We get it. Bye, you guys. Bye, Jay. Merry Christmas, Andy. Merry Christmas.